Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is Gathering Place. This is a dynamic creator with just an abundance of energy like we don't usually see. So it's going to be quite a treat for you to follow this channel, and I wanted to introduce her to you for that reason. With over 1,000 subscribers, she's got it locked in with about 1,050 or so, and I'm hoping today we'll push her a little bit farther. She is officially on that road towards 100. So thank you everybody for coming in, especially so early. And I see we've got at least one new channel that had come through the chat. We'll see who's still here with us. We've got AceFlaw1. Andy just hit 3,200 subscribers, so good work, Andy. Keep it up. He's been with me since long before Tuber Chat even existed, so he's been with us from the beginning. AV Automatic Victory, good to see you back in the house. And Dana Curvy Queen, good to have you here. My dear friend Happy Lux is in the house as a moderator. He does another live stream similar to what you see here in Tuber Chat, where you can meet friends and family members for your channel. He usually has a video game going, music playing, and it's quite a party over there, so I hope you'll follow him. Hakimations, thanks for coming through. Holly's Hobby House is here, and Instant Reaction Talks, it's good to have you back as well. It's Clarice, it's nice to see you. And Janetti's Corner is back in the house. This is another creator that enjoys sharing information between everybody. Khalid Delicious Food in Ontario, Canada. It is now just after 2 p.m. In my area, same time as New York time. Kristen Marie's Life, good to see you here. Life Through Our Eyes 303, thank you for coming in. And Kristen Walton, my love, is here as a member and a moderator, of course. Michael's Adventures and Scratch and PPA, our beloved moderators, are both in the house with us, as they always are. Life Will Change, good to have you here. Lil Ren and Buddy Tracks is the second channel from TWT TV, which was just featured last week. And Mr. Fulton Mraz, an extremely generous creator who always shares for us, is in the house. Myrtle Plays, good to see you here. And the Zeophobic 73 channel, it's always good to have you in the house. Thrill Seeks and Two Pineapples, along with Unmasked Lifestyle, all silver members, extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters who are here with us as well. And Trissa, it's good to see you here. Jasmere's back in the house. It's great to have you back in again for another time. Jasmere's been with Tuber Chat for a long time, previously featured, of course. The Duffus family, good to see you here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. And looks like everybody's doing okay. Myrtle Plays, what I'll ask from you, if you don't mind, is just to take a quick minute to read our video description. So everybody's here to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Everybody's here to support each other over the long term. Tuber Chat is just a meeting place, and the idea is we're looking for loyal and dedicated supporters who will come back to your channel repeatedly to watch your videos, give you comments, likes, hang out in your live streams, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers over the long term, not just the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and maybe even eventually years. So that's it, and this is what goes on for about 2 hours here. You'll be able to meet lots of friends and family members. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow those instructions in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Oh, Instant Reaction Talks, thank you so much. They're saying please feature Tuber Chat on your house. What Instant Reaction Talks is talking about is they have featured Tuber Chat on their front page in a featured channel section, which we'll see from many creators throughout the show today, and we also do the same thing. So if anybody in the house has featured Tuber Chat on their front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor. As you will see, Instant Reaction Talks was just added into our featured channels as well. Anisha LTV, good to see you here, and hopefully you're feeling welcome also and going to meet some new friends and family members. Anisha LTV has been with us before. Oh, Phil's creepy videos. Forgive me, our moderator knocked out your message just because we don't do a lot of self-promotion here. The idea is everybody's here to meet and support each other anyway, so as people come to your channel, they will end up supporting your videos. We're not really so focused on everybody's niche here. While you will find other creators that have similar content to your own, the majority of creators have content here from all different genres. We're here mostly to support the creators more so than the content, and in that we end up finding ourselves enjoying lots of other content we might not have otherwise found. So hopefully you'll find that enjoyable as well, and you'll meet some new friends and family members for your channel as well. If you don't mind, just take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. And one of the things you can do as a new creator coming into Tuber Chat for the first time is get a conversation started with somebody. Lots of people are coming in and out of the chat constantly here. Lots of people are on phones, and it makes it difficult to do two things at once. So they'll take off, visit a channel, watch a video, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, subscribe, then come back and let the person know that they've done that. That's what we're all expected to do. Everybody's here expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. And the idea here is for anybody that's brand new, the best success is always found in making the first move. So you reach out to another creator, watch their video, give them a comment, give them a thumbs up, subscribe to them, and then come back, let them know that you've done that, and they will return to you. It's a little bit the opposite of what you might have seen in some other live streams. Oh, for your brother Karshan. Oh dear, that's our prayers will be with your brother, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Absolutely. Thrill Seeks is letting me know that we're buffering. So I've had some internet trouble over the last few days. There's nothing really that I can do about that. So I always reset right before we start and this and that. And you know, I've got my computer as stable as it's going to be. So as long as the chat's still running, we're still good. Our stream did cut off the other day. If it cuts, I will restart one time for today. But we'll just push through and hope that everything will be fine. If it's buffering, just please try to ignore that. And just as long as the chat's rolling, everybody should still be having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Whiskey and Sunshine Off Grid, good to see you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Declan Fans 2020 official is in the house. Billy Rank at AOL.com is here. Always good to see you. And we will very soon get to spinning the wheel. Let's do it right now, as a matter of fact. Dynamic creator with a lot of energy. I hope that everybody will rally around this channel and push them a little bit farther on their road to 1100. Makeup Mom and Son hopefully is still with us. She was right here at the very beginning of the live stream. She's here with us all the time, happens to be a silver member, and is an extremely generous, not to mention loyal and dedicated supporter. So, forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If you mentioned a question or a comment that you meant specifically for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. I'll be happy to try to catch it the next time around. It makes it a little easier for me to see. Hawk Paranormal, ESTNC, forgive me for not welcoming you earlier, but I know you've been here for a while, so thank you for hanging out. It's good to see Unmasked Lifestyle is back up and running and in the house again for another time this weekend. A dear friend of ours. And 2 Pineapples as well, who's in the chat, has some really exciting stuff going on. We'll take a look at their channel later, and I don't want to spoil everything for them, but they have got some seriously entertaining and exciting stuff, and there's a lot to be learned from that creator. They enjoy experimenting with their channel and sharing the information that they learn with everybody, so maybe we'll all be able to step up our game by hanging out with them. So, Makeup Mom and Son has 328 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe even towards over 330 on the road to their 400 that they'll be thinking about today. I don't think there's much I can do about the buffering. So, we'll just have to push through and bear with it. But like I said, as long as the chat's running, then we're all good, right? And hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay. Meeting new friends and family members. And again, the best success here is found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them, watching their video, giving them a comment and a like, subscribing to them, coming back, let them know that you've done that, and then they will do the same thing for you. Brown Girl Bella is in the house. This is another longtime friend of myself personally. She's been with Tuber Chat since the beginning, was recently featured. And hopefully everybody will rally around her as well. And if anybody hasn't already and has the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, it helps us get more people in here and works wonders for the algorithm, as you can imagine, so I'll appreciate it greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second, and it really does help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other in the YouTube streets, as we like to say. Let's spin the wheel. We'll pull another channel up. Clay Mir, good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. Hopefully you're feeling better now. Clay Mir has been with Tuber Chat for a couple of months, as a matter of fact, already, and it's good to have you back in the chat. Artfully Blind with Diana is coming up. This happens to be a gold member. And this is somebody who then gets a guaranteed feature of some sort every single day, particularly with the slides that you saw at the beginning of the stream, and we will see later on a couple of times throughout. And then as well, their link will be dropped with our other gold members every 30 minutes or so by Nightbot, as we will see. And then Ace Flaw 1 is saying he hasn't lost anything, which is great. So hopefully the purge hasn't been too atrocious to everybody over the last long while. What I find is that it seems to be hitting hardest channels either under 100 subscribers or channels who are growing the most aggressively. So one of the things that I don't talk about enough, but as an idea, is while you're out in other live streams similar to Tuber Chat, and while you're here, you want to get conversations started with people before you connect so that you can make a bit of a judgment call as to whether they will actually be genuine. It's not a matter of like subscribing and subscribing back. That's one important aspect of it, but the trouble is if people are never going to come back and watch another video or give you a like or any of that stuff, then that can really affect how the algorithm works. And I think that that's a big part of why YouTube strips a lot of subscribers from people here and there. The Mo and Cooper Show, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time and meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you will find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And just spinning the wheel again, we'll get another channel up, so we're not doing too bad today. We're already into spinning a couple of times. Brown Girl Bella, I like talking about this channel because I've got so much to say. There's a few different aspects of our connection that I can talk about. Brown Girl Bella is somebody who has been connected to me for probably over a year now, maybe even well over. I've lost track, it's been that long. She's been with me since before Tuber Chat even existed and is somewhat inspirational in the idea, as a matter of fact. Over a year ago, when I was introduced to so many generous creators, Brown Girl Bella being one of the most generous and loyal and dedicated, of course, I was inspired to start Tuber Chat as an idea. We can do a growth stream, but where everybody will be expecting to support each other over the long term with the mentality of giving much more than we expect to receive. When you have a chance to visit Brown Girl Bella, you'll see professionalism both in her videos and in her live streams, but she has an unbelievably loyal and dedicated following around her as well. And, that kind of speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel. So I know you'll have a good time. I'm one of the moderators is laughing with me here. We're looking at one of the messages here. Yes, no new fam, please. If you don't go back to my channel after today. I think Tales of Tea is saying don't come if you're not expecting to come back. But that's okay. I think I get what you're talking about. It's an interesting way of putting it, but we'll keep the chat positive. The idea is, you know, hopefully everybody that comes through Tuber Chat is of the mentality of supporting over the long term and giving much more than we expect to receive. Of course, we can't expect that every single person is going to be the most generous person that we've ever met, right? However, the idea here is that most people will be of that mentality, and that will have us winning time and time again. Because for anybody that doesn't subscribe to the idea of giving much more than they expect to receive, and, you know, truly supporting each other over the long term regardless of content and things like that, they won't stay with Tuber Chat for very long anyway. It was somewhat designed that way, so we really don't have to worry about it. Anybody who you see here more than once is probably of the same mentality that we're talking about. Tellard Maid, good to see you back in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. And hopefully everybody otherwise is doing okay. Design a Way Out, good to see you back. And then Tales of Tea says, as soon as we all think. Brown Girl Bella is certainly dynamic host, both of her videos and of her live streams. But like I said, if you can hang out with her even for a little bit, you'll get the idea of the kind of loyal and dedicated following she has surrounding her, her own community. She's a very much well-respected and loved member of the small YouTuber community, as well as here in Tuber Chat as well. Kristen Welton, My Love is coming up now. This is a creator that's in the chat always as a member and a moderator. She's got her own channel doing her own thing. Kitty Mom Crochet, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody. Norfolk Dashcam is in the house. They happen to be a gold member, so they're already on the wheel. And Kristen Welton is doing here the featured channels collaboration that I was talking about at the beginning of the live stream. The instant reaction talks was mentioning. When you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has, first of all, on your audiences, but especially on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend that for anybody that's willing to do it. It's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. And then as well, if you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Aaron Hockey's in the house. Good to see you here. And Azaria, oh, sorry. I wonder if that's Azariah. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Azariah Williams, and you have a question. I'll be happy to answer if I can. And that's a cute emoji that you've got with the hand up too. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. We'll look at Thrill Seeks next. One of the other things I just want to mention quickly is that, and actually AV Automatic Victory is talking about it right now. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. I do it as well. It's still beneficial to channels that are monetized, so if you want to swap playlists with me, just hit me up on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat, and I will be happy to get that rolling, as I'm actually doing with Thrill Seeks and Norfolk Dashcam right now. So, Thrill Seeks is coming up. This is another creator who's been with Tuber Chat for quite some time now. Was previously featured, of course. There's Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Let's get them onto the wheel. And he happens to be our stream boss right now, as a matter of fact, as well. So, Oh, Bautissimo now is on the case and starting to welcome people, even though some of the channels that are here for the first time have been here for 15 or 20 minutes already. Bautissimo will start welcoming you, hopefully. Oh, the Mo and Cooper Show. Well, hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully you'll find some inspiration in the creators that you're meeting here today. And then thank you very much, Myrtle Plays. Yeah, hopefully you'll find some inspiration from other creators here and some motivation to either create content or the other things we need in the YouTube world. And Mom's Little Things, good to see you here. It's been a little while. I'm always good, so hopefully you are as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant specifically for me to see, just please mention it again. And if you don't mind, put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. It'll help me see it a little bit easier, and I will try to catch it the next time around. Thrill Seeks has 835 subscribers. He's well on the road towards 900, and soon will be officially on the road to the magical 1K that we all look forward to. Thrill Seeks has a lot of different content on their channel, particularly revolving around theme parks. So even if you're the kind of person who doesn't enjoy going on rides when you go to theme parks, I think we all enjoy watching them. And this is one of the things we see a lot of when we are looking at the content on this channel with Thrill Seeks. Corinne's Life, good to see you here. And then Azariah Williams. So what happens here is, yes, I absolutely can look up your channel and give you some tips. So I have a robot here called Bautissimo, and you've seen it leaving some messages throughout the chat as well. What it does is it keeps track of everybody in the chat, not just how long you're here, but how active everybody is and how much everybody interacts with each other. And you'll see that as I refresh this robot, it's going to give me a list of everybody in order, like Scratch and PPA, our moderator, and then Norfolk Dashcam's been here since the beginning, and you'll see. So when I need names for my wheel, I will look over at my list, and when it's your turn, I'll put your name on the wheel will spin, and at some point, your channel will come up, and then we'll have a look at it, if that's what you would like. Two Boys and Their Pops, thank you for coming in. Always good to see you here. And then Mo6510 Models, thank you so much for the super chat. I always appreciate your generosity, and for that reason, we will put your channel up next before I spin the wheel again. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Tales of Tea, thank you so much. That's a very sweet thing to say, and I always appreciate kind words and positivity in the chat. And then Lost 2 last night. One person was in here, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Yeah, if anybody notices, you know, we have lots of new channels that come through Tuber Chat, luckily. If anybody notices a creator that is not connecting the right way, then please reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat, and I can somewhat discreetly address what we need in the chat. Sometimes it's just a simple misunderstanding if I'm not explaining thoroughly what everybody has to do and things like that. So I can get a hold of somebody and just make sure everybody's on the same page. Corinne's Life is in the house. Sorry, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. Corinne's Life has been working quite a bit, but is always with us as a member and a moderator, actually. And this is a generous creator who allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Two Boys and Their Pops, thank you for your super chat as well. I'm going to get Mo6510 Models up first, and then we will look at Two Boys and Their Pops. Thank you for that super chat, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Stiff Breast Dent, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And SK Manly Gaming is in the house. I do find your name entertaining. The first two times that that SK Manly Gaming came in, I did actually say their name in full, and I don't usually abbreviate people's names, but I'm sure they will forgive me for making the abbreviation. SK Manly Gaming, but they are a loyal and dedicated supporter who's been back with Tuber Chat lots and lots of times, and for that reason we've seen their channel over and over again. And we'll probably see it again today. Let's Mom's little things. I'm just getting a little list set up here so that I don't lose my place. Two Boys and Their Pops is coming up as well. Forgive me for not spelling these names right on my wheel. I don't think that matters, but we'll get these channels up in a minute. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate it. And for that reason, we'll put your channel up in another moment, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. The Inspired Empowered Mama, thank you for coming in. And yeah, you know, YouTube is work for everybody, right? A lot of us have to juggle, you know, work-life balance and family life balance and all that other stuff. My goodness, Claymere, thank you so much for that as well. Claymere has another super chat coming in there. So I'm making a little list here of channels we're going to look at. Mode 6510 Models, thank you one more time for your super chat as well. 4.8K. They are just doing spectacularly and growing fast. So there's obviously much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. So I hope everybody will follow Most 6510 Models with 4,800, and we will soon see this channel crossing the 5,000 mark. Nalani J, good to see you here, and the How To Lady, good to have you back in the house. Let's get to Two Boys and Their Pops. And thank you one more time for your super chat. We're on quite a roll right this second here, but we will catch up, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel in another few moments. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And thank you, Declan fans, for running us in the background. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. It helps me see it a little bit easier, and I'll try to catch it the next time around. This is Two Boys and Their Pops. I was actually just hanging out on a live stream with them. They were doing an interview, as a matter of fact. They've got a lot of interesting content on their channel. Here's the live stream you can see right there that I was on last night. Mystery Boxes Monday looks like something that's entertaining. I sure do love the idea of those monthly subscriptions of all different kinds. It's always interesting to see that stuff. Norfolk Dashcam is reaching out to swap playlists with everybody as well. And then Nalani J is checking out on their thing. Holly's Hobby House, thank you so much for hanging out. She's been here since the beginning of the live stream. I'm going to move a little bit quicker now, but thank you one more time, Two Boys and Their Pops, for your super chat. Again, I appreciate all your generosity. We're going to, I shouldn't have spun the wheel. We're going to look at Mom's Little Things right now, and then we're going to look at Claymere, and then we're going to go to, oh, actually, look at that, Mom's Little Things was already on the, oh, I spun the wheel by accident, that's why. Okay, and luckily it came up with the channel we're about to look at. That's okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Two Boys and Their Pops has another interesting interview coming up next week. If everybody wants to check that message quickly, you'll have an idea of what they've got coming up. And they always have interesting content on their channel. And then Azariah Williams is still hanging out. Very cool. So one of the things we want to keep in mind, especially for anybody that's brand new to Tuber Chat, it's very important when we're connecting with everybody, first of all, to watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long. Better if it's 4, 5, or 6 minutes or even longer. Secondly, to leave a long, meaningful comment related to the content of the video. You don't want to say something like, new friend here from Tuber Chat, or anything like that, because if you imagine now, we're on episode number 167 or 68 today, and how many people must be saying, I'm from Tuber Chat, I'm from Tuber Chat, your comments are probably going to get added to the spam filter and held for review. If that's the case, it's very likely that YouTube will take your connection away the next day, and we certainly don't want that. The Cold-Hearted Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. It's tea time. I'm sorry I might not have welcomed you, but it's good to have you here. I see somebody reaching out to you. And then hopefully other than that, everybody's doing okay. The chat is moving. Convoltic is back in the house. Good to see you here. Mom's Little Things has 1,140 or so subscribers. And I talk about this channel when we put it up on the screen because the branding is just fantastic. Between the thumbnails and the banner and the avatar, you know exactly what you're looking at before you even get there, right? Which is great stuff. And I expect to see much more growth from this channel for that reason, because they obviously have the instinct for the branding that you know, a lot of us have to learn and improve on with our channel. So next we're going to look at Claymare, and thank you one more time, Mom's Little Things, for your super chat, and Claymare also for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. This is another channel that's been with us for a while. I happen to be live right now, but that's okay. We see that often in many different channels. With 1,610 or so subscribers, she's actually doing very well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Claymare if you haven't already. We've seen this channel again and again here in Tuber Chat. She was just off for about a week and is now back in action. Carmack Brothers, good to see you here. Thank you very much. Never late. You know, as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So, you know, I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here at Tuber Chat. Not to mention, there are over 38 million channels on YouTube, and then a billion other things to do when you're not on YouTube. So I appreciate every moment that everybody can spend. And then I should ask, while we're talking about it, if you have the ability to share on your social networks, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or anywhere else, I'll appreciate it, of course. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, we're doing great today, but I will appreciate it because they always help the stream, both for today and tomorrow. So Claymare, one more time, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you to all the super chatters so far. We're going to get to spinning the wheel. We've knocked about half the life off of the stream boss, which is Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More for today, and we'll have a look at their channel soon. This is just Vlogging Life. They happen to be a gold member, so they get a guaranteed feature of some sort every single day, usually with those slides that you see at the beginning and end of the live stream. And when we take a break, and then as well, our link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Oh, Claymare, did not know I'm live, or did not know that you're live. It doesn't matter. We have, you know, there used to be a lot of question as to whether it matters if somebody's live and they're coming into your live stream at the same time, but it doesn't matter. We see it all the time. We see other channels that are doing the same thing. And then one more time, we just want to make sure that those comments are that we're leaving are long, meaningful. They should be related to the video, but it should be at least a couple of full sentences. I usually leave at least 3 full sentences. And the reason why is because you don't want it to get held for review. All right. One of the other things you want to think about, especially for anybody that's especially new to Tuber Chat, is an idea is to keep track of the people that you're connecting to, whether it's on an app or you know, pen and paper or anything like that. What that will do is allow you to double check afterwards within a couple of days if you still are connected to the same people that you connected to here. Jack Dawson's in the house. We got you on the wheel now. Thank you for coming in. So it's very, very important, right? I'll go over the full procedure just so that everybody remembers exactly what we're supposed to be doing, because it's very important that we do as much as we possibly can to support other creators so that we don't lose our subscribers after. We've seen so much of this in the last 6 months. So we head to a channel, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long. Better if it's 4, 5, or 6 minutes. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a few sentences related to the content of that video. If you leave things like new friend here or new subscriber or met you from Tuber Chat, your comment will probably go to spam and it will possibly lose the connection with the creator. So we don't want that. And then give a thumbs up, of course, subscribe, turn the notification bell on for everybody as you see me do, and then come back, let them know that you've connected. You can say, I've been to your house, left a package or a gift or whatever it is. The comment is the package or the gift. It's the most important part, right? And then they'll turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So again, if anybody notices people not connecting the right way, please just reach out to me on Instagram if you can. It's all one word, Tuber Chat, and I can reach out to individual creators and make sure that we get everybody on the same page. Pardon me for 1 second. We're spinning the wheel. I'm going to duck out just for a quick moment. We're going to come back and we're going to look at Jack Dawson. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. JD Knight 7 is in the house. That's another creator that's been with Tuber Chat since the beginning, as a matter of fact. Been connected to me probably since before Tuber Chat even existed. We just started last May, so the 1-year anniversary will be coming up. When I look for Jack Dawson, most often I find it easiest to look for his name with one of the video games he often plays. So I typically use MLB The Show, which is a baseball video game that I've caught him playing several times in live streams. And when we find creators with really popular names like this, or brand new channels that are struggling with the search results, one of the things we can do to really help them is search, find, and click on their name. It's one of the reasons why we don't do a lot of links here in Tuber Chat, because you're actually doing a world of good for the creator when you search, find, and click on their name. And then, Hawk Paranormal ESTNC. Don't worry, just take your time and meet other creators one by one. Instant Reaction Talks, good to see you here. You should be able to meet anywhere up to about 8 to 10 creators per hour for the time that you spend here in Tuber Chat. Any faster than that is too fast, and YouTube will probably take a lot of subscribers away in a couple of days. We don't want that for anybody. So if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the full procedure, you'll have the best chance at success. Of course, it's a two-way street. Both creators have to be fulfilling. And then thank you, Kitty Mom Crochet. And Justin Mello's Music and Vlogs is back in the house. It's good to see you here. That's another creator with thousands of subscribers. G Family, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Jack Dawson has 1,640 or so subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther and get him rolling. He's almost halfway on the road to 1,700. And I talk about this creator all the time because he is extremely talented in the way that he's able to keep the gameplay going on his channel. When he's live streaming, he's able to commentate so that you know what's happening while you're in the chat, and then as well he keeps up with the chat at the same time. So it's really something to see, and you'll have a great time hanging out with Jack Dawson when you can catch him on some live streams. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. I'll appreciate that. And if you can share, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. Let's spin. And Dorfolk Dashcam says there's a new film coming out called The Purge YouTube Edition. Yes, absolutely. I don't know why they don't just call over to Facebook or Twitter and just ask them how to get everything working. I really don't, it boggles my mind. If you can name me something on YouTube that works properly, and I don't want to talk too negatively. I don't mean to do that. I don't do that very often, but you have to shake your head sometimes at the things between the notifications not working, between the subscribers being lost, even watch hours, likes, everything else. It's really something else sometimes. But we press on, and you know, it's not a race, so eventually we get there. Unmasked Lifestyle is back in the house. This is another very generous and loyal and dynamic creator who has information that I believe everybody can benefit from. I speak about this channel highly all the time because her branding, like we spoke about with one of the other channels earlier, is great. Between the avatar and the thumbnails and the banner, it's all matching. You know where you're going before you even see it when her videos are recommended to you on the YouTube homepage and in the sidebars and things like that. But she also is a dynamic host, and she always has a lot of valuable information, because there are a few things that I think everybody can benefit from, right? When we talk about eating healthy, when we talk about finance, things that affect everybody, it's definitely worth having as much information as we can. And Unmasked Lifestyle has been an integral part of the Tuber Chat community for a long time now. Azariah Williams, I'm going to be looking for names for the wheel, as a matter of fact, in a few minutes here. So as soon as it's your turn, we'll get you onto the wheel. It always goes in a specific order, controlled by my robot. And then, yes, Norfolk Dashcam, YouTube is owned by Google, absolutely. So you would think that they would have everything under control, but if you ask anybody in the Tuber Chat community, they're going to share frustration, I'm sure, but that's okay. Like I said, as long as we're all helping each other, as long as we're all pressing on, you know, and you don't let the things that, they don't seem little, right? I know that, but if you don't let the little things bother you too much, we press on. We see different creators getting monetized every single week. We see it happening constantly. So we know channels are growing. We know that people are improving. We know that things are getting more strong and solid. And so we press on. Here's Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, another generous creator who's been back with Tuber Chat again and again. You would think so, yes, Norfolk Dashcam. And then you're absolutely right, G family. Yes, it's tough sometimes not to think about numbers and to obsess over them, because YouTube makes such a big deal about it, right? These rules were not in place over 2 years ago when they, you know, with the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time. So it makes us think about it constantly. But the truth is, if you're here for the long term, if your intention is to have 10,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers, you know you're going to get your 1,000 on the way, right? Or 2,000 or 5,000 or whatever your next goal happens to be, even if it's 100, even if it's 10. We all started at 0. We know what it's like to have 10 subscribers. Everybody here in the chat, I think, today knows what that's like, and to hit different milestones of different kinds along the way. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More knows what it's like to hit many different milestones. He just crossed the 1,100 and is got it nice and locked in, and will soon be looking at the road to 1,200. So it is time for me to start adding names to the wheel. I'm going to start doing that right this second. And then thank you so much, Unmasked Lifestyle, for the positivity. Claymere, we've already seen, so thank you one more time. Two Boys and Their Pops, because of the super chats that came through. Instant Reaction Talks is going to be coming up, and that will be a great channel to talk about. Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is the second channel from TWT TV that we saw featured last week, so we're going to have a look at this one and talk about them. Hawk Paranormal ESTNC is coming up, and we will get one more Whiskey Sunshine. I've got to get your full name here. I've typed the rest. Nocturnal Nation, thank you for coming in. Off-grid, yes. Whiskey and Sunshine off-grid. Okay, let's spin, and we'll get another channel up here, and we'll see who's coming up next. And then we'll get to a few more. I'll add some more names to the wheel in a little while. Lil Ren and Bunny Tracks. Okay, we'll talk about them right now. Like I was saying, there are some creators who have more than one channel, lots more as time goes on. We're seeing more and more of this happening, right? And Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is together with TWT TV. Both of these channels run kind of together. And we just featured TWT TV, which was we're actually long overdue in the first place anyway. But Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is also in the chat often, so I'm hoping everybody will rally around this channel. We don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but it really doesn't matter. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking towards. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. And there we go. Yes, the how-to lady says, once again, YouTube took away family, but we shall persevere. Absolutely. It's so frustrating for everybody. And this never used to happen the way it does now. You know, this started on about September 14th or 15th. It started 6-7 months ago, whatever it is now, right? And it's been constant and very frustrating. The problem is we're just not growing as fast as we used to. But again, I keep saying the same things over and over and over for those of you who are here all the time. But the connections that you're keeping are the most loyal and dedicated ones, right? YouTube is taking away anything that it thinks is invalid or inactive, and even when it's wrong. The idea is, you know, look back at all of your subscribers from the time you started your channel. How many of those never come back and ever watch another video or ever give a comment or a like or anything else? So it's really just an inflated number, and it really doesn't help, right? So it's not that it's a great thing. It's awful, of course, that YouTube is doing this. It's not anybody's fault. It's them doing it. But we just all have to do as much as we can to support each other to try to slow it down. And we're slowing it down a little bit. You know, I hear from creators of all kinds all the time. Anybody can reach out to me on the other social networks. I'm most active on Instagram, of course, as most people seem to be. And it's all one word, Tuber Chat. And then I really appreciate it when everybody shares information. You can ask questions. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And then, of course, when we share information with each other, everybody has a chance to improve and then, you know, keep moving more solid and strongly with the foundation of their channel. Here's Whiskey and Sunshine Off Grid. They're here for the first time. So this is a new connection for Tuber Chat. Boy, is my computer just taking its time. RAM's doing okay. So, one of the things we want to think of when we're connecting with channels is that, first of all, we have to be following the full procedure. Otherwise, the connections will be taken away, and that's where the frustration comes for everybody. So we should be watching a full video of at least 3 minutes long, better if it's 4, 5, or 6 minutes, leaving a long, meaningful, genuine comment. Please do not say, I'm here from Tuber Chat, new subby, new friend, new family, or any of that stuff. It's way too popular of a term, and your comments could get caught in the YouTube spam filters held for review, and you may lose your subscribers. We don't want that. At 3:45, Barry, good to see you here. And then, so I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I'm going to take one of your latest videos here, this 13-minute one. I'm going to add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. I will watch your off-grid video in full and leave a meaningful, genuine comment. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe. I will turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators, and then our connection will be solid. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat now and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up. Wolfsbane Explorations is in the house. Good to see you here. And Jolly Pasquale is back in the house, a very dear friend of Tuber Chat and an extremely entertaining creator. So hopefully everybody will rally around them and find yourself entertained by their channel. Most of your videos now are premieres, but don't really see who have chatted in the live chat. So one thing I can tell you, Thrill Seeks, as an idea, this robot that I use, Bottissimo. So I use many different robots, but Bottissimo in particular does a spectacular job with statistics, and it keeps logs of everything that happens in the chat. The best part is that it keeps everything anybody ever says. So even when you have comments that you have to delete, As long as they came through the first time. If somebody said something that you had to delete, it's still there. You can go back and see it. And if somebody was using, let's say, language or words that you didn't want, you could put them into your blocked words list and not have to worry about those again. So I really like it. I love Bottissimo for that reason. I'm not sure which features are free anymore because I've been paying for it for a long time. It's like $5 a month or something like that. But it's what I use to run the wheel. And so for that reason, I've been on it. Here's Hawk Paranormal ESTNC. And again, one of the things we want to think about when connecting with creators is making sure we're watching a full video of at least 3 minutes long and leaving a long, meaningful comment of at least a few full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review. We don't want to lose our connections. But this is Hawk Paranormal ESTNC with 275 subscribers, a bit farther, maybe even to 280 or so, and get them a little closer on their road to 300. And AV Automatic Victory, have to run. Thank you so much for the time. Hopefully we'll see you back in a little while. And then Thrill Seeks, Bottissimo. Yeah, all these robots have their little quirks to them, but you basically log in with your YouTube account and then they just run. You just have to activate a few things. Eventually, maybe I can get to some tutorials and that will maybe be helpful for everybody. Skywatcher Footage, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Holly's Hobby House is still here. Yeah, it's actually time for me to get some names on the wheel. Why don't I get that done, and then we'll spin again. And yeah, 345 Barry. If I'm buffering, I can't do much about it. But as long as the chat is still running, then we're good to go. And hopefully by the time next week rolls around, maybe the internet will be a little more solid in my area again. Manly Gaming is coming up. How is Holly's Hobby House not up at the top of the list here? Cabarar Gaming, good to see you in the house. See, the robot here doesn't just keep track of how long everybody's here, but also how active everybody is, how much you're interacting with each other. Let's get Scratch and PPA on there. Our beloved moderator. And then Wolfsbane Explorations. Yeah, everybody's here to connect. So the best success is always found in making the first move. Reaching out to other creators, supporting them. We believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive. Knowing that for the most part it ends up coming back more than we originally wanted in the first place. And look at that luck. As soon as I put Holly's Hobby House onto the wheel, it comes up right away. This is another creator who not only is back with Tuber Chat again and again and a loyal and dedicated supporter here, but I see her out supporting other creators as well, which I love to see. It's one of the most rewarding things is when I'm out supporting everybody as much as I can, and then I run into people who I know have met through Tuber Chat out supporting each other. So Holly's Hobby House is definitely a loyal and dedicated supporter. We don't know how many subscribers she has right this minute, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they are looking towards. I gotta refresh a couple of things. Oh, wow. 160 last night and in the morning to 140 something. Kitty Mom Crochet, is there any possibility that you're either yourself not fulfilling the whole procedure of watching a 3-minute video as a minimum, leaving a full meaningful comment, or it may not be that. What we don't think about all the time, and I think this is the biggest problem for a lot of people, is connecting with people quickly before watching to see if they're the kind of creators who are going to connect genuinely. So for instance, what I mean is, like, you come into Tuber Chat and you see somebody come in for the first time and right away go to connect with them before watching to see how they interact with everybody. Because not everybody has been to a live stream like this before, and if somebody hasn't been to Tuber Chat in particular, or another chat that's run very similar with tight rules and restrictions, then they may not be up to speed with the full procedure. They may not be used to doing that, right? And understanding the importance of watching full videos, leaving meaningful comments. They may not have been through a lot of purging of their own. So it's something to think about. Princess Beyond Passions, good to see you back in the house. And JM family, good to have you here. Behind the scenes, Carolinas, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then Kitty Mom Crochet, that's a possibility too. It's also possible that if you don't connect back with somebody within 24 hours, because a lot of times we hear, you know, from people saying that they've been connected and then they haven't, they've lost some connections right away the next day. So it's a thought. We never are right. Here's the problem. YouTube will never give us answers about this because they don't want anybody doing even what we're doing in the first place, right? Not truly. Where if it could be understood that our intention is to support each other over the long term, it may not be frowned upon. However, there's so much sub for sub activity out there. Literally, like you'll see on the Tuber Chat Instagram, for those of you who follow it, how many sub for sub comments, at least 1 or 2 sub for sub comments per day from people, and they're just blatantly like asking for it, right? Which is 100% against YouTube's community guidelines. It is spelled out in plain English for everybody there. So YouTube's not going to give us answers as to why they do the silly things that they do and why they purge on us and take likes and subscribers and hours and everything else. But we just have to do as much as we possibly can. You know, not every single person's ever going to do it, but as long as most do, then the idea is eventually we will all be able to prosper by helping each other. BG Fan All Day is back in the house. This is our dear friend. It used to be Burgundy and Gold Fan All Day, which used to be Skins Fan All Day. And this is another creator who is a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community at large. It was only in the last little while that I realized how much impact they have on many other creators, even outside of the Tuber Chat community. And now I'm discovering what my problem is here. I keep forgetting to turn TubeBuddy off. So when I run extensions on Chrome while I live stream, it tends to slow the browser down. Only when I live stream for some reason. I do love and absolutely use TubeBuddy, but it's a thought. So BG Fan All Day, thank you for coming in. Thank you for that extremely generous super chat. Did I miss another one there? Because Mr. Shelton TV just seems to have taken over this. Okay, pardon me for that. I'm falling behind in the chat, that's all, as well as trying